Once again, it's that time again. To rate your waifus in the series I would like to call Your Waifu is Basura or Kasuba. I actually don't know what I'm going to title this video, and I apologize for the inconsistency of these titles. However, as a man on YouTube, I have to stay as family friendly as possible, so I don't bump into the same issue as last time and have to do some unfortunate sacrifices just to keep the video up. Oh yeah, and if you haven't watched my previous part, which I did do a good while back, link to that is in the description. So, you know, I got you. And in my previous part, I did have a like goal, and it was 2K, like 2K likes, right? And it actually managed to get 7K likes, which not too shabby. However, I want to challenge you guys in this video, and I'll be making the like goal for another part, 10K. But for this series where I kindly talk about your waifus, I'll typically always take all suggestions for this sort of video through Twitter. So feel free to follow me on there. I post a lot of random stuff, you know, we got the memes, we got the hentai. But yeah, follow me on there. So next time I tweet out when I'm taking more suggestions for this series, you can submit some of your spiciest waifus for me to poop on. And I guess while we're at it, let me just quickly shamelessly plug that I have a Discord server and a Twitch channel that, you know, you guys could follow and join. Link to those are in the description. But that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's actually get into this video, starting with the highly praised Rem. And don't think I'll be going easy on your waifus this time. I feel like I was being too lenient last time, so I think it's about that time we spice things up, because I was really giving free S's and A's as if it was f***ing Christmas. But enough of that. Rem, F tier. Alright, relax. I was just kidding. So in the world of ReZero, there's a lot of competition when it comes to the concept of best girl. We got Emilia, Ram, Beatrice, Felix, what's her name again? And Roswell. And in order to compete, you must fall under certain criteria in order to claim the throne of best girl. However, by simply looking at Rem's outfit, this screams I'm an absolute basic bitch, and I have nothing unique about my personality. By now, I think we all should be aware that maid outfits are just overrated, and it's about that time we upgrade to the bunny girl era. Although I did disrespect my last video, but Rem's really out here wearing a maid outfit as if that very original fit makes her special. Wow, it's not like I've seen that outfit being used ever in my life. Never. And I mean ever. Like, I really mean ever. Well, we do need to cut her some slack though, because there's a purpose above just simple appearances that this maid outfit serves, which is it's very flexible material. And with that being said, it really benefits Rem's hobby of playing Twister. And honestly, I would never take my chances and actually compete against her, because she's an absolute pro at her craft, and I really do hate to feel envious about it. So putting all that into consideration, she gets an F for flexibility. So up next, we have Itsuki from 5-2U Bun no Hanayomi. And I believe it's only right to cover all sisters in this video, because to have them spread apart like Rather's cheeks across episodes really ain't for me. So starting with Itsuki. I don't know about you, but school lunches are mad grimy. And for her to be spending this much on one meal at school, mind you, seems a bit, I don't know, disgusting. However, things could be different in Japan as far as their school lunches go, and they actually might care about their students. I mean, I'm from America, so school lunches here, they hurt. So I suppose since I never tried a Japanese school lunch, I can't really place judgment on her for this one. So anyone who had lunch in a Japanese school's cafeteria, let me know how the food tastes, because I'm genuinely curious. Although if you went to a Japanese school, there's a good chance you wouldn't even find this video because it's in English. But I'm getting sidetracked here. So aside from Itsuki spending big bread on school lunches, she also has star hairpins, which symbolizes swag. So it would only be fitting to give her an S for swag points. And now up next we have Wait, hold up. Let me actually expand this real quick. So up next, we have Nino. Of course, with a female character that falls under the tsundere category, this probably already has weaves begging to be stepped on. And what's this? She can cook as well? You know, home-baked cookies is probably one of the hardest recipes to follow. And for her to just deliver, just serve up these spicy cookies, or not actually spicy, but they're nice cookies. And only chefs of quality know how to make these exquisitely delicious cookies. And by now, you may actually be convinced that Nino is the ideal waifu, because she can f***ing cook cookies. However, there's one flaw that unfortunately overwrites and overpowers everything I had to say for her, which is she got Cardi B jeans. And for those who may be wondering, what does that mean? Well, let's take this example for a second. Our homie Futuro was just trying to enjoy some just homemade god tier cookies. And what's this? Nino's trying to hand him a drink, and she's saying it's water, but the water is fizzing. So with our boy Futuro deceived by these cookies, because by now we all know those cookies were crafted by God. But after being handed that drink of water, this left Futuro waking up in a taxi cab just out of nowhere, all confused. Like, what happened? He got Cardi B'd. So C tier. And this now brings us to Yotsuba, who may actually be one of the more deadlier waifus in the bunch because she can play basketball. And not only can she play basketball, but she also has the bunny hood equipped at all times. So expect some exceptional speed and agility when she breaks your ankles and dunks on you. B for baller. And last but not least, Ichika. And you may be wondering, where's Miku? Where's Miku? Well, first off, I'm gonna need to slap that neck for not watching the first part, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And second, for those who are too lazy to watch the first part for whatever reason, that already got settled. Now, with Ichika being the oldest out of the 5 sisters, you'd be expecting her to be the greatest out of the bunch because she's the Ines-sama that they all should be looking up to. However, just look at this reaction time. C for clumsiness. Alright, and so up next we have Chika from Kaguya-sama Love is War. And by now I'm sure the majority of us knows this ending right here, the Chika dance. But not only does Chika obliterate the dance floor, she can spit bars as well. And a combo like this should really be illegal. However, the writer didn't give a and said, I'll hand you perfection, bottled up in a cute anime girl. And to be honest, she's almost too perfect. E tier. And so up next we have Nell from Bleach. So what form are we talking about here? We talking little? So Nell. One thing I need to point out with Nell is that she's wearing no footwear. How are you not gonna protect one of the most vital parts of the body? Because I'm sure everyone here can agree that feet is what makes us beat. Now, disregarding this form of Nell got the oppai that even rivals Orihime's. And that's pretty impressive because no one in Bleach even comes remotely close to Orihime. Well, this form of Nell is pretty strong. Even with the extra weight in the front of the bus, she still has the mobility as if she was using instant transmission. But the no footwear is throwing me off. D tier. So up next we have Reagan. And it's crazy you bring him up because he's really underrated. And he's truly a waifu in disguise. Weirdly enough, he got that strange blend between cute and thick that I can't really explain. And what I commend Reagan for is how he's very modest and doesn't go around flexing his waifu built body. Cause tell me this, when was the last time you've seen Reagan wear a bikini? Exactly. So even though Reagan is low-key thick, we'll never know the true mass, the true density, the true definition of what's under the suit. It's safe to assume Reagan is a fat S without question. Yumiko from Kakegurura. A true gambling veteran right here, fellas. She's the type to go all or nothing in a wager match, and no matter the verdict, she'll end up pleasured. Not that anything's wrong with that. All I'm trying to say is that she's the type of female to pull you closer with a leg lock to prevent you from pulling out and increasing the risk of the gamble. Could I say that? With reckless activity like this, she earns an M for being an absolute mad lad. So up next, Maki from Fire Force. First impressions are always important, and I believe she won me over in the first episode with this just spectacular sight. However, that is until I found out there are other females in the show that are better. Being able to spawn chibi flames can be a very helpful resource, like when it comes to lighting a campfire or something of that nature. And her strength, just think about the things she can snap with that power. And I think I just visualized something that I shouldn't. Well, the final verdict for this one would be a C. For see you later, because there's only one girl in Fire Force that's objectively correct as best girl. So next we got Rui from Domestic Girlfriend. And you, my friend, chose the right screenshot for this. But it's not like we're related by blood or anything. That right there defines the mentality of a true emoto. In most cases, by saying, but it's not like we're related by blood or anything, that really shows that she's a very open-minded individual. And she also has a way with words that can, without fail, convince anyone in an instant. Like right here, for example. She simply asked our friend Natsuo, wanna smash? And of course, with those irresistible and delicate words, Natsuo had to submit because Rui clearly has sophisticated word choice. For having speech 100 abilities, A. So next we got Ryo Futuba, and to be brutally honest with you, it took me some time to actually remember who this was, because we had Mai, Tomoe, and Kaede in the front line, and then meanwhile Ryo was there in a school lab. In a lab coat, which the lab coat is probably one of the only things memorable about her, to be honest. F for forgotten, or F to pay respect. So this now brings us to Ryoko from Kill la Kill. And like the main character that she is, she doesn't believe in school uniforms. That right there is an excellent sign of an excellent protagonist. And to top it off, she has one strand of red hair, which symbolizes, I don't even know what the f it symbolizes. However, Ryoko is not the type you would want to play around with because she's real good with scissors. And if she was a yandere, that would truly be a horrifying combo. B tier, because she can flip her scissor blade like a butterfly knife. And since we're on Kill la Kill, of course, we have to cover the one and only And based off her first appearances, she seems to be a very strong and independent woman, which to some, that may come off as a waifu-ish perk. But digging deep into the bones of this character, one thing I can't help to mention are these eyebrows. It's true, eyebrows can come in all shapes and sizes, but this. C for Caterpillar. So next we have Yoshino from Date A Live. And I think we need to take a moment to appreciate the dedication that Yoshino has went out of her way to create a bunny cosplay to match the bunny that she's holding 24/7. Although the outfit is kind of green. But who cares? Also, the bunny kind of does have an eye patch which doesn't match with her fit. But anyways, what's really sick about Yoshino's pet bunny is that it can transform into one of the most adorable of all things, man. And the best part is that it can use Ice Beam like a damn Pokemon. So just for that alone, A. Levi from Trinity 7. Right off the bat, we are introduced to this character with her camouflaging abilities. Similar to Naruto, who became Hokage, which makes this camouflaging ability a Hokage level technique, if you really think about it, which automatically makes her a Hokage level ninja by default, because the sheer amount of skill it requires to pull off such a technique is immeasurable, and that is something we should never overlook when it comes to ninjas, especially waifu ninjas. However, by being a ninja and a female character, that automatically makes you a Kunoichi, which unfortunately lumps you in with Sakura. D tier. Nagato from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And like Glasses Girl over here, this is another Glasses Girl that I low-key forgot about. Maybe not to the extent as this Glasses Girl, but I believe Nagato was a little bit more relevant, so it didn't make me completely forget about her, alright? But one of the main reasons why I forgot about her is because while all the eventful things are happening on screen, we just have her in the back reading a book. And really thinking about it, that only means she's big brain as fuck. Because not only does reading require a hefty amount of mental and spiritual energy, it's also something that smart people do, which is no surprise that I don't. So with this true intellectual who probably read the Harry Potter series 70 times over by now, it would be criminal to give this hidden gem of a waifu anywhere below a C tier. And while we're at it, another waifu we have to go over from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is Asahina, which right off the bat, we might actually have to give her plus 50 points for being the embodiment of a cosplay goddess. And on top of that, something many tend to overlook about her is her overwhelming strength that might actually even rival Goku's. And what truly makes Asahina so special is this right here. She has a mole on her chest, which surprisingly enough serves as a third nipple. And due to the rarity of a third nipple, sorry, but this right here is without a doubt S. And lastly, we got Netskope from Demon Slayer. And a common error the fandom tends to make when simply drawing such a wholesome figure is not making it so wholesome. How can you not get that simple detail straight? Well, whether she's sitting, laying down, or running, that's enough to earn a rightful spot in the must protect tier, far away from the lewd tier. Right, artist? Well then, this pretty much concludes this video. I hope you all did enjoy, although I think I lost the respect of many of you guys already, but I suppose that's okay. So if you would care to see more of this sort of thing and would like to see another part, you already know what to do. And if you don't and somehow have short-term memory, 10k likes. Although the last time I challenged you all to the goal of 10k likes, this is what happened. So I don't even know if this will qualify as a challenge at this point. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty much done here. If you would like to participate in my next Your Waifu Is Whatever, follow me on Twitter. And the next time I tweet out when I'm taking the next batch of waifus, you can drop all your suggestions there. And yeah. I'm all done here, so I'm gonna go cry in the shower now because I know this comment section is gonna be hurtful.